I'm going to do an insight video today, and I'm going to talk about like ascended masters, and I'm going to talk about archangels. And for me personally, I use these two. Well, I connect and link in with these energies every day. I use them for like clearing. I use them for like for sort of like harmony, balance, um, guidance. I've been getting sort of like over the last few days. I've been getting like I keep seeing a being with like long white hair, and he's like dressed in like an indigo sort of like vibrate indigo color of like purple, and he brings a staff, and this staff is like for protection, but also for guidance. The staff is like symbolic of guidance. It usually brings sort of like a being with like like ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, like a wooden staff. It's like a staff like Moses would carry or something like that, and that's the staff I see. So it's like protection, it's like guidance. It also brings like this sense of like guidance from like like the like higher energies, higher consciousness, higher awareness, and it brings it through. So this being sort of like I see with like this indigo sort of like wears like an indigo sort of like a shawl, and it's like a like shawl is I say shawl, but you know like in ancient days where they wear, so it's like I see like a purple sort of like shawl that he wears, and like a long white hair. I don't see the I don't see faces when I tend to see beings of energy. I see them as color and light, as vibrations. I don't see them as like beings with like necessarily with face. I might see features like blue eyes. So when I start talking about this being, I see like these piercing blue eyes, and like so it's sort of like a pureness, like a pure consciousness, a pure sort of like energy and vibration with it. A long white beard. So the white beard is usually sort of like wisdom, and it brings like ancient knowledge, and the staff is symbolic of that as well. This sort of like staff that he brings is for protection. It's ancient wisdom, it's ancient knowledge, but it's also sort of like the long hair is about the energy they bring. If the longer the hair is, the more energy they bring. So they bring like this infinite energy, this infinite vibration with them. I also know this being that steps forward also is bringing lots of knowledge and wisdom, because when I see it, I see the universe behind it. So it's a universal being that brings energy and knowledge and information through. So this is what I'm talking about. This is like this sort of like talking about this. I was saying about like intuition, about impressions, things like that. That's exactly what's going on now when I'm talking about this being. The more I'm sort of getting into the vibration, the more this energy, this vibration is bringing me more information about this being and what it's bringing, and the information about how it's connecting with me, is or how it's connecting with my vibration, my frequency, my infinite self. And this is what I'm going to talk about this morning. I'm going to talk about sort of like as a being opening up, becoming an open channel, and working with like the ascended masters. You've got like Almora, who's the first sort of like ray, which is blue. It's very much around sort of like divine intelligence, divine wisdom, and divine presence. It brings like a divine vibration. So it's like it's showing us like within sort of like reality, that the source energy, that you know there's vibrations and frequency, and sort of within sort of like reality, when we start to go sort of like deeper within the energy vibration from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. When we go into the fifth dimension, we start to become open channels to different dimensional vibrations and frequencies, because we're working on source energy, source vibration. And this is where this is the doorway. Like it's like a conscious shift. And how I see this is like there's a white door, and the white door's there, and it's not open first of all, but the white anything white is like higher consciousness, higher awareness, is pure. It comes from the source energy. um, so like you know when you open, so that there's like a white door that is like in this vision, as I'm talking about like consciousness, and I'm talking about the fifth dimension, that they're giving me insight where there's a white door. And as I open that door, then what happens is when the door opens, it's like it opens up like a key of consciousness, a key of awareness. Like it works with ascension. So when you walk through that door and you go through that door, then what you're doing is you're raising your vibration, your frequency, and you're starting to align and vibrate, and resonate with the fifth dimensional reality, where your consciousness then is expanding, and it's connecting to higher realities and higher dimensions. And what it's doing then is it's bringing information to your infinite self to connect to. So like these little sort of impressions and sort of visions, when you see them, it's take note of them, because when you take note of them, they're impressions that guides and beings are working with you. They're showing you that there's opportunities to shift your energy, your vibration, your consciousness. There's opportunities to connect to your source energy. So again, I would say this white door and this sort of like consciousness is very much connected to the universal law of correspondence. And the Ascended Masters work with the universal law of correspondence. So I've talked about Almora and about divine consciousness. And as soon as I've talked about that, I've got a vision of a white door. So that shows you that vibration and that of the Almora, which is the divine consciousness and like the divine vibration. Once I've connected to that, then I've already started to see a white door that's opened up, so my consciousness has shifted. This white door also connects to, I would say, Serapis Bey, because Serapis Bey works, it was from Luxor in Egypt. He was an ascended master in that time. He wears white, and he's very symbolic of ascension. And ascension is very much the process where we start to open up, and ascension is ascending. So what that means again is opening and starting to become more aligned and in union with our source energy. So we start to live more spiritually. We start to apply spiritual principles, spiritual wisdom, and spiritual understanding to our reality and to our life. So this is what this time's about. So as soon as I'm talking about Serapis Bey, I'm getting like a massive spinning in my third eye, and I want to look at like a light blue emerald, like a big blue emerald, and I see like a headdress, like a white headdress that comes down, that. It's hard to explain, but it's a white headdress that comes down around, and there's a big blue like emerald that's in there, and that emerald is very much around again like so this emerald brings like clarity, truth, understanding, vision. So it's like seeing and connecting and seeing the world differently. It's like shifting your consciousness, and this is what Ascension's about as well. And that's coming through as I start to talk about this white door. As you can see, what I'm doing as I'm talking about this, I'm receiving impressions, and I'm sort of like aligning with them and unifying with them. This is how it works when you work with ascended masters and archangels. You're looking for those little things, those little impressions, and then you're building upon the energy. You build upon the energy vibrations, and the more that you attune to them, the more that things open up, and then you start to get impressions, you start to get intuition, you start to see visions, you start to see things. And this is how it works, and this is what I wanted to talk about. And the universal law of correspondence is about this. It's about feeling your vibration, being in the heart, being in your center, being in your source energy, and starting to live from there. When you start to live from that vibration, then you can start to open up in your energy centers, your energy fields open up, your chakras open up, your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, your root chakra start to open up, and you become an energetic being that starts to then receive information, receive vibrations that start to then guide and direct you to use wisdom and consciousness within your reality. And that's shifting again from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. Other ascended beings, like I'm just talking about universal law of correspondence, I very much want to start talking about Lord Lanto. And Lord Lanto connects to this universal law of correspondence, and he connects to it through this sense of illumination. Illumination is walking as your vibration, walking within your source energy, walking within that fifth dimensional reality and that fifth dimensional vibration. Remember, the fifth dimension reality is the doorway to higher dimensions and higher vibrations and frequencies within your reality, within your life. And the fifth dimension, that's why we're shifting to it, because we're becoming spiritual, energetic beings again. We're not sort of seeing the world intellectually, we're seeing it more consciously, and it's being more present, it's being more sort of connected to your energy, your vibration. And this is how you create and manifest from your source creator. It comes from the fifth dimensional reality, the fifth dimensional vibration. And I want to talk about Lord Lanto because as an ascended master, his story is that he was in China. He walked around as this illuminated heart, this illuminated being. People could feel his vibration, feel his frequency. And illumination is the awareness of being in your vibration, being in your source energy, your source vibration frequency. And illumination is the wisdom and the understanding that all reality is created from your inner reality, and the inner reality creates the external reality. So again, it's like the source energy, the universal source energy of and the universal law of correspondence is a never less than that. It says through the inner reality, the external reality is created. So everything is created from your source energy, your inner vibration. Nothing external is sort of like everything external is like a 3D reality. It's a physical reality. It is a reflection of source energy, but it's not. It's not sort of like it's not true reality. The true reality is created from within, from your source creator. And this is the illumination is the understanding that you as a source creator can manifest and create anything at will. And you can do this, you can shift consciousness, shift reality at any time when you choose to do that from your inner source creator. And this is where meditation comes in, this is where crystals come in, these are the tools we use. Saint Germain connects to this. Saint Germain connects to perpetual transformation, the universal law that guides us, and again it connects to ascension. It connects to Serapis Bane around ascension, high awareness, high consciousness. That through the violet flame and through Saint Germain, you can shift and change, and transform and transmutate. And transmutation is going from one state of being to another. And when I talk about state of beings, their vibrations, their frequencies, they shift your energy vibration, your energy frequency, but they also shift your consciousness, they shift your awareness. And Saint Germain is about alchemy, about creation, but he's also about this energy. This energy is also about transmutation, which is where you can shift and change and align reality. So it's like shifting negativity. So it then connects directly. So Saint Germain's vibration and frequency in the violet flame then directly connect to the universal law of polarity. The universal law of polarity is about vibration. It's about the infinite self and the limited self. I don't even like to say positive and negative, because I think all things are limited or infinite, and it just means whether at one stage you're in your source energy, your source vibration. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling low, or you're feeling like worried, depressed, or you're feeling sort of anxious, these are all aspects of limited self. They're aspects because in some way you feel like the 3D reality or your life or whatever's going on with you is happening to you. As in the infinite self, you shift and change and dissolve reality, and then what you start to do is you open up your energy to start to create and manifest opportunities. Then the infinite self or your higher self is what you connect into, and it brings in on consciousness that brings it into alignment of your own purpose. Your spiritual sort of purpose of why you're here, and what you're trying to create and manifest. And everything about sort of like the universal law of oneness, again, which we can bring that one in, is very much around and the universal law of vibration and frequency. They both connect to the universal law of oneness. Is all about being back in harmony. Everything, when your life is in harmony and your life is aligned and in union, then you are connected to your higher self or your source energy or your infinite self. And this is part of our mission, and this is what the ascended masters bring with the universal truths and universal wisdom. Self-mastery. That's what the ascended masters are here for. They bring self-mastery. These are the main ascended masters that I tend to sort of like link him to, like Almoira, Serapis Bey, Saint Germain, Lord Lanto, the main ones that I tend to work with quite a bit, or I feel like they bring consciousness and wisdom to me daily. You've got ascended masters, you've got like Archangel Michael that works as a protector. He brings protects you. He also, you can call upon Archangel Michael with many other angels as well to come into, but once again to bring harmony and balance and union into your life. You've also got Raziel, Archangel Raziel, that works with like universal truths and universal consciousness and higher wisdom and higher awareness. The Archangel Raziel also, whenever I do sort of like I bring in sort of information or I'm bringing in universal truths, I also connect to Lord Melchizedek. Lord Melchizedek is a universal teacher that brings universal wisdom, universal truths into our reality, into our consciousness. I also connect to Archangel Uriel and Jophiel, and that's very much like I always find this is like a yellow vibration and a yellow frequency, and I always feel that they're quite a playful one. It's about seeing joy, it's about creation, it's about manifestation, like of happiness and joy and laughter in your life. They bring that sort of playfulness. So I call upon those because actually I can be quite a serious person. I'm quite a deep thinker. I'm quite a deep, serious person. So I would bring in the angels, Uriel and Jophiel, for that kind of like creation and self-expression, and they work well with Lord Lanto as well, the vibration. Um, you've also got Archangel Shamiel, who works like with the I always say like the rose flame, the heart center, and then you've got like Lady Nada, the ascended master, who works with, this is all about universal love, universal compassion, harmony. Again, everything's about harmony and balance. Self mastery is about being in harmony, it's about being in balance, it's about being in union. I also sort of like when Saint Germain, I talk about Saint Germain. I also talk about Archangel Metatron. And Archangel Metatron brings higher wisdom, divine intelligence, divine will, and it brings down this universal and infinite wisdom and knowledge from like deep-seated, like ancient wisdom. Like Archangel Metatron is this universal sort of vibration and frequency, like it brings truth, wisdom, and it's very much connected again to the source energy. And these are the sort of the energies that I connect to all the time. You've got the universal law of rhythm, and that's very much around cycles of vibration and frequency, and it can be about like purification, like rebirth. And the universal law of rhythm works on an individual level. It works with us individually as we start to shift and change our own consciousness, but everything is interconnected through the universal law of oneness. And the universal law of rhythm works on a collective scale, on a universal scale as well. So the universal laws are wisdom that can be used within this reality for our own self-mastery and divine guidance and wisdom, but they also work on a collective, on a universal scale, because the universal laws work within the universe, so they work on many dimensions and many different realities. And you've also got like remember, like with the universal law of oneness, you can start to bring in things like symbology. So you start looking at like, I always see like the horror, like the vertical universal 8, the infinity symbol. I always see that flowing around through my third eye as it comes down and it connects through my third eye. So it comes down from my third eye and connects to my heart center, and it keeps flowing around like that. And as that infinity symbol comes in, it connects. It's a golden 8 symbol, the infinity symbol. That's how I see it. And when I see that, it connects to me, it connects to an energy, and it connects to the infinite flow. So it opens me up as a channel of giving and receiving. So I'm receiving from source energy and from the higher vibrations, the higher frequencies, the higher dimensions, and also connects to my heart center. So then it integrates within my energy, within my energy vibration and frequency. So then I can start to apply that wisdom, that consciousness to this reality and to this reality, this vibration. But I can also then apply it to my consciousness and my actions. Another universal law is a universal law of inspired actions, where you connect to the higher vibrations and frequency, where intuition comes in, information comes in, and then you start to then connect and use the universal principle of inspired action, where you start to apply these actions, this wisdom, this truth to your reality, to your actions within your own consciousness, but within your own vibration and frequency. And then that will then create and manifest a more spiritually aligned reality within the 3D reality. And that's the insight for today. I just thought I'd give you a bit of an insight of how to work with ascended masters and knowledge and wisdom and vibrations and frequencies. But as you can see, when I was talking about those things, I started off with the being that stepped forward with the long white hair and a long white beard and the purple, and then from there it started to open up to other impressions, other information and wisdom, and that's how you start. So if you get something small, don't dismiss it. It's not even small, I mean, but if you get a fleeting thought, impression that comes into your mind, don't dismiss it, because that's guidance, that's information coming in. And I was doing this sort of insight video today to help people to start to open up their own energy, vibration and frequency and consciousness, because you are being communicated with. I can guarantee that the ascended masters, archangels, your own guides are working with you. It's just to become conscious of it is we start to open up our energy frequency to become conscious of these insights and this information that's coming through. And this is why I wanted to do it, and this is why I wanted to talk about the Ascended Masters, because there's a lot of guidance, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of truth and wisdom and vibrations and frequencies that are coming through to all of us all the time. We're always being sort of we're always getting the integration of these new vibrations, these frequencies, and it's just being about being conscious about them. And this is why I wanted to share this, because you're once you start to pick up on these things, you'll start to see the direction and the guidance within your reality and within your life, and it will start to give you more sort of like sense of a sense of sort of like direction within your own life, as you can see that you are being communicated with, that you are being directed. And when you start to act upon that, it can only bring more harmony, union in your life, more purpose. Right, that's the insight for today. Please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe, comment on it, and comment on any things. Like I said before, for many years I've worked as a channel, and you know, if you've got a question about something, whether I know the answer or not, if you pose it, the vibration, the frequency, the energy might come in. I might be able to give you some insight that might help to give you some sort of key consciousness to unlock whatever's going on in your life or your reality, and I'm quite happy to do that. So have a great day, and thanks for listening.